Angel Reese was supposed to be the future of the WNBA, a college superstar who redefined dominance, a double-double machine who grabbed headlines and rebounds with equal ferocity, a media darling whose charisma lit up billboards and talk shows. The Chicago Sky drafted her 7th overall in 2024, betting big on her to resurrect a franchise starved for glory. She was the Bayou Barbie, ready to conquer the league, but just 1 year later, the reality is a gut punch. The Sky are drowning at 10-34, the worst record in the East, and Reese? She's fighting shadows on a team that's forgotten how to fly. This isn't just a story of one player's sophomore slump. It's a cautionary tale for the WNBA's rising tide of talent, where individual brilliance collides with team dysfunction. As of September 23rd, 2025, with the regular season's bitter end in sight, the Sky's collapse raises uncomfortable questions. Was Reese ever the savior they needed, or just another stat sheet in a sea of losses? Buckle up, we're diving deep into the highs, the hype, and the harsh truth, setting the stage, rookie year versus now. Let's rewind to 2024, Angel Reese's rookie whirlwind. The Sky weren't exactly contenders, but they scrapped their way to a 19-21 record, clawing into the playoffs as the number 8 seed. Their first postseason berth since 2019, Reese was the spark, selected 7th overall out of LSU, where she'd led the Tigers to an undefeated national championship. She hit the ground running. In 34 games, she averaged 13.6 points, a league-leading 13.1 rebounds, and 1.9 assists, shattering rookie records left and right. She notched 26 double-doubles, the most by any first-year player ever, including a WNBA record 15 consecutive ones that had analysts buzzing about her Hall of Fame trajectory. The future shimmered with promise. Reese wasn't just stats, she was energy incarnate. Her relentless motor turned misses into second chances. Her trash talk fueled rivalries that boosted league ratings by 20% in Sky games. Off the court, she was everywhere. Vogue covers, Reese's candy deals, viral TikToks blending hoops with high fashion. The Sky, post-Candace Parker era, finally had a face, a franchise player to build around. Fast forward to 2025, and the script has flipped into tragedy. The Sky sit at 10-34, 12th overall, mathematically eliminated from playoffs with games to spare. That's a 9-win drop-off, the steepest regression in the league this year. Reese, now in her second season, remains a rebounding titan at 12.6 per game, still tops in the WNBA, but her scoring has ticked up modestly to 14.7 points, with assists climbing to 3.7, yet those numbers feel hollow against a backdrop of blowouts and blown leads. The optimism of last summer evaporated like morning dew on Lake Michigan. What changed? Injuries? Coaching? Or was the 2024 magic just that? Fleeting illusion? As the Sky limped to the finish, one thing's clear, the blueprint for revival has crumbled and Reese is left sifting the rubble. This stark contrast isn't hyperbole, it's data-driven despair. The Sky's 2024 playoff run drew record crowds, average home attendance up 35% to over 8,000 per game, per WNBA reports. In 2025, down to 4,500, with patches of empty seats mocking the Wintrust Arena promise. Reese's individual accolades persist, she's still the rebound queen, but team success, the ultimate validator, has vanished. It's a reminder that in pro sports, stars shine brightest in victory's glow, not isolation shadow. Team struggles. The Chicago Sky in 2025 aren't just losing, they're imploding. At 10-34, they're dead last in the East, outscored by an average of 8.2 points per game, the worst differential in the league. Home court, a house of horrors. 4-17 at Wintrust Arena, where the energy that once crackled now fizzles into apathy. On the road, it's marginally better at 6-18, but even those wins feel like moral victories against depleted rosters. They've dropped 4 straight, including a gut-wrenching 91-86 defeat to the Liberty last week, where Breanna Stewart toyed with them for 24 points. It's not just the scoreboard, it's the soul. The Sky rank 11th in defensive rating, 110 107.8, surrendering 85.6 points per game while scoring a paltry 77.4, the league's worst offense. Against top teams like the Lynx or Aces, they're non-competitive, often trailing by 15 at halftime. Remember the Fever? That young squad, once peers in rebuild mode, is now playoff bound at 24. 20 thanks to depth and development. Chicago? Lost. Adrift in a sea of what-ifs. Dig deeper, and the rot sets in. Injuries ravaged the roster early. Point guard Courtney Vandersloot missed 12 games with ankle issues. Forward Isabel Harrison sat out a month with knee surgery. The bench at 2024 strength now averages just 22.4 points per game. Dead last. Coach Teresa Weatherspoon, hailed as a savior last year, faces mounting criticism for stagnant rotations. Starters log 32+ minutes nightly, leading to fatigue-fueled collapses. In this vacuum, Reese's efforts stand out like a lighthouse in fog, valiant, but ultimately solitary. The team's 2-8L10, a microcosm of despair, with losses to sub.500 squads like the Sparks and Mercury exposing every flaw. As the season winds down, whispers of a rebuild intensify, trades, draft lottery hopes. For now though, it's just survival, one heartbreaking defeat at a time. Angel Reese's role. So where does Angel Reese fit in this mess? The self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, or Chi-Town Barbie in Sky Blue, remains a rebounding force of nature. In 39 games this season, she's averaging 14.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, still #1 league-wide, and a career-high 3.7 assists, showing growth in playmaking. Double-doubles, 18 already, on pace to top her rookie 26. She's got the motor, 5.4 offensive boards per game, turning scraps into scores, and her 1.5 steals highlight defensive tenacity. But here's the cold truth, those stats aren't moving the needle. The Sky are 5-22 in her starts, outscored by 9.8 points per 100 possessions when she's on the floor. Reese is solid, a role player excelling in her lane, but she's not the offensive engine Chicago craves. Her scoring relies on putbacks, 42% of points, and post-ups, efficient at 48.2% FG, but limited range, just 0.3 threes attempted per game, and her free throw trips, 5.2 per, draw fouls without drawing defenses away. While Caitlin Clark's gravity warps defenses, creating open looks, Reese's presence clogs the paint. Opponents pack it, daring the Sky's guards to shoot, and they brick. Reese's +1. 2 net rating, mediocre, buried by team context. She's averaging 32.4 minutes, shouldering load, but efficiency dips in crunch time, 38% shooting in fourth quarters. Reese's evolution is undeniable. From 2024's raw hustle to 2025's polished passes, her 3.7 APG reflects better vision, threading lobs to cutters like Michaela Onyenware. Defensively, she's a switchable 6 touch-ins, 3 inches frame, anchoring screens and erasing lobs, 0.8 BPG. Yet, the X Factor eludes her. In losses to elite bigs like Boston or Wilson, Reese holds her own. 13 points, 14 boards versus Aces last month, but the Sky collapse around her. Sky win shares total a league worst 15.6, with Reese's 2.8 feeling futile. Critics point to shot selection. 14.2 field goal attempts, high volume for middling creation. Reese admits it post-loss to Liberty. I'm rebounding, but we need buckets from everywhere. Her off-court glow dims too. Fewer endorsements, more scrutiny. Still, at 23, she's developing. Imagine her with shooters. But in this Sky setup, she's a Ferrari in traffic. Powerful, but stalled. The hype versus the reality. 2024 hype. Reese on Fallon, SI cover shoots. Double-double queen headlines. Fade to 2025 reality. Post-game pressers alone. Stat lines next to L's. Empty arenas. Angel Reese entered the WNBA with hype that could fill arenas, and did. Beyond the court, she was a phenomenon. First round buzz, NIL queen at LSU, $1.8 million deals. Social media juggernaut, 4.5M Instagram followers. followers, commercials with Reese's, fashion lines, even a Barbie collab nod. Media ate it up, the next Candace Parker. ESPN gushed, but 2025, the narrative soured. She's not the X Factor. She's a stat patter on a bottom feeder. Double-doubles dismissed as empty calories in defeat. Double-doubles don't buy wins, and Reese's 18 this year haven't. The Bayou Barbies shine, tarnished by context. While her rookie year fueled league growth, Sky Games averaged 1.2M viewers. She's now a punchline in memes. Reese grabs boards, Sky grab L's. Overhyped, maybe. The draft hype ignored her college turnover woes. 3.5 per game at LSU. Or developing? Absolutely. At 23, with 73 pro games under her belt, she's refining. But the gap between expectation and output stings. In a league where Clark's Fever sold out road games, Reese's Sky draw crickets. The reality check is multifaceted. Reese's marketability endures, her authenticity resonates, but wins amplify stars. Without them, she's just efficient, not transcendent. Question lingers, is the pressure fair or premature? Comparison to other players. Scope the league. Caitlin Clark, despite injuries limiting her to 13 games, 16.5 PPG, 8.8 APG, transformed Indiana. Fever at 24, 20, semis bound even without her. Her vision elevated everyone. Post-injury, they went 18, 16. Aaliyah Boston, evolving star at 15.0 PPG, 8.2 RPG, leading all-star starters. Her clutch layups sealed playoff wins. Other rookies like Camila Cardoso, Sky teammate, add depth. Reese, elite boards, but Chicago crumbles. 5, 22 in her starts versus peers uplift. It's not fair entirely, team variance, but telling. Reese's impact rebounds. Clark Boston wins. So is Angel Reese the superstar the Sky banked on, or a stat stuffer on history's worst team? Data says potential immense, but context cruel. At 23, time's hers. 2026 rebuild could crown her. Future star or overhyped? Drop thoughts below. Is Reese the real deal or hype overload? Like, subscribe for WNBA deep dives. Sky's grounded, but Reese, she's just warming up.